Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Daniel Weichman. 2 individuals died after a collision on Interstate 80 on Monday afternoon. According to Pennsylvania State Police, a 68-year-old man from Weatherly and a 31-year-old man from Danville died after being thrown from their cars. Police reports state that both cars were moving at high speeds when the 68-year-old's vehicle veered out of its lane and struck the other one. According to police accounts, both vehicles overturned several times, and both men were later declared dead at the accident scene. According to police, neither were wearing seatbelts. Next of kin are still being notified, and officials have not yet revealed their identities. Anyone with information is urged to call PSP Stroudsburg. The shooting at the Regal Cinemas in Hazel Township has the investigation ongoing. The forensic teams for the state police were at the movie theater on Tuesday. Over the weekend, 18-year-old Louis Manuel Luna was shot inside the theater on Saturday evening. He later succumbed to his wounds at the Lehigh Valley Hospital, located in Hazleton. The search for the shooter is still ongoing. If you know any information regarding the shooter or the incident, please contact the Pennsylvania State Police at 570-459-3890. A woman was taken to the hospital Tuesday morning after a train collided with a car in Wilkes-Barre. According to Wilkes-Barre City Police, the train had given every signal to the car it could before it collided with the vehicle around 11:40 a.m. The woman suffered minor injuries and was taken to the hospital. Detectives arrested a man who they say allegedly raped a 14-year-old girl in his apartment in Wilkes-Barre. 27-year-old Francis Mapp of Wilkes-Barre was taken into custody when officers arrived at his apartment. According to Wilkes-Barre City Police, the investigation began when the victim and a 14-year-old boy took his grandmother's car on a joyride in Nanticoke. The victim told officers that both of them were afraid of getting in trouble, so they called for a ride to come get them. On surveillance video, investigators could see Mapp pick up the 2 teens in a Hyundai. The 2 teens then hid out in Mapp's apartment, where the boy fell asleep, and the victim repeatedly told Mapp to stop multiple times before raping her. The girl went to the Wilkes-Barre General Hospital, where the alleged assault was reported to medical staff. Mapp has been charged with rape, statutory sexual assault, corruption of minors, and indecent assault. He remains in the Luzerne County Correctional Facility after he was unable to post his bail. Repair work has started on the damage at Petco Pet Supplies in Wilkes-Barre Township after a car smashed through the store's front glass windows on Sunday. The business is still closed today, with caution tape enclosing the area of the storefront that was damaged when a white Nissan plowed through it. Customers are being informed about the store's closure via a notice at the entrance. Customers may still order products online to pick them up in store. No significant injuries were reported, and the car's driver was said to be unharmed. It was also determined that none of the animals inside Petco were hurt. After an investigation into a Mahanoy City man, the Pennsylvania State Police and the district attorney reported that they served a search warrant that found opiates and other drugs. 57-year-old Francis Merva was searched by police on January 11th and was found to have an undisclosed amount of fentanyl, OxyContin, among other drugs, along with an undisclosed amount of cash. Merva was charged with multiple counts of possession with intent to deliver and other drug-related charges. Merva is currently held at the Schuylkill County Prison after being unable to post a $50,000 bail. The Pennsylvania State Police are searching for the suspect who placed an explosive device in a mailbox. According to State Police, the unknown suspect, or suspects, placed a small explosive, or firework, in a mailbox located on Creek Road in East Union Township on Saturday morning around 11:30 a.m. The explosive went off and caused damage to the mailbox, and then the suspect involved took off. Anyone with information regarding the incident is asked to contact PSP Frackville. The Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board will be raising alcohol prices by 4% on January 15th. More than 3,500 brands of alcohol will have their prices raised, including Fireball, Malibu Rum, and others. Because of the raise in prices, it's obvious that bars will worry about their sales. The PA Liquor Control Board reported that the increased price on liquor will help offset their operating costs, which have been rising over the last 4 years. Coming up on WYLN News, Josh Shapiro is sworn in as Pennsylvania's newest governor. Plus, the Pennsylvania State Police take to the ice for a good cause. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast, brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
years old. It's kind of partly cloudy and it's kind of cold.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
Have you ever experienced that super pushy salesperson who follows you all around? Not here.
Or wandered around that big box store looking for help in the appliance department only to find the pink guy? Not here.
And we have an experienced, courteous sales staff here to help you find the perfect mattress, piece of furniture, or appliance with no pressure.
And don't forget, everyday low prices.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
Welcome back to WYLN News. Josh Shapiro was sworn in as Pennsylvania's 48th governor today, January 17th. The ceremony began at 12 p.m. in Harrisburg that included 3 Bibles for the swearing-in process. Shapiro ran during the May primary, where he focused most of his attention on the opposing candidate, Mastriano. He won by more than 200,000 votes. Now that Shapiro is sworn in, he is the youngest governor of Pennsylvania since 2001.
Raise your right hand. I, Josh Shapiro,
I, Josh Shapiro,
do solemnly swear that I will support, obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge my duties of the office of Governor of Pennsylvania with fidelity, so help me God.
Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 48th Governor of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, Josh Shapiro.
State Senator David Argall seeks to move the state's presidential primary date. Currently, Pennsylvania voters go to the polls on the 4th Tuesday in April. The timeline would be accelerated by more than a month under Argall's suggestion. According to Argall, the current system means that the presidential candidates are often chosen well before Pennsylvania has a chance to weigh in. Under the modification, it wouldn't be the case. Pennsylvania's presidential primary would take place on the same day as those of Arizona, Florida, Illinois, and Ohio, 4 additional states with a large number of delegates. This is the inside of a chimney from an incident the Hazleton Fire Department responded to last evening. They urged all their city residents to please make sure that your heating units, including coal, oil, natural gas, wood, and propane, are properly serviced, that your chimneys are inspected and clean, and that you have proper working smoke and carbon monoxide detectors. Remember, carbon monoxide is odorless, colorless, and tasteless. Please follow these simple tips. They will for sure save your life and your family's life. Applications for the 2023 Troop N Camp Cadet program are now open, and they will be accepted through March 31st, 2023. State Police would like to inform the public that if anyone is interested in attending the camp, they can obtain an application at any of the Troop N State Police stations, including Hazleton, Bloomsburg, Lehighton, Fern Ridge, and Stroudsburg State Police. Applications for the program will also be given out to local schools throughout the area. You can also find the application on their website at troopncampcadet.com, as well as their Facebook page. The Camp Cadet program is open to boys and girls who are between the ages of 12 to 14 and reside in the Troop N area. This includes Lower Luzerne, Monroe, Carbon, and Columbia counties. The camp will be held at the Penn State Hazleton campus and will run for a week between July 16th and July 21st. Speaking of the Pennsylvania State Police, they traded in their officer uniforms for a different kind of uniform, one that brings them to the ice in the 2023 PSP Invitational Hockey Benefit. 19 teams competed over the weekend for Troopers Helping Troopers Foundation, a nonprofit that helps those in the law enforcement community with financial needs. The teams included players from different agencies, clubs, and organizations, including first responders and veterans. Over the 4 years, they've raised more than $400,000, and they hope to raise $30,000 this year. If you'd like to donate to the cause, you can visit troopershelpingtroopers.org. The medical marijuana ID cards patients use in Pennsylvania are receiving an update. According to the Pennsylvania Department of Health, all medical marijuana ID cards that were printed after January 1st, 2023, will have a new design. The new cards will begin slowly replacing the old ones as patients renew their IDs. Patients and caregivers do not need to get new IDs printed. They can just wait until their current ID expires. Dispensaries will be notified and required to accept both cards. In early September, a fire destroyed a building that was the main clinic at the Red Creek Wildlife Center. Now, the center plans to rebuild the space into something more, thanks to dozens of donations they received over the past few months. The Wildlife Center, although is still technically closed, still nurses animals back to health, as they keep their promise to never turn an animal away. They lost 41 animals in the fire last September, which sparked people's desire to help with donations of money and supplies, more than enough to just rebuild the clinic. Thanks to the donations, Red Creek Wildlife Center plans to open its doors to new animals and will start construction within the coming weeks. Coming up on Hazleton's News Choice, we take a load off with Marty Burns on Let's Talk Sports. Plus, Trooper Anthony Petrosky is with us on this Tuesday for Trooper Talk. And stay with us for everything else we have lined up for you later tonight on WYLN TV.
Getting to the finish line starts with Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, the region's leader in sports medicine. Our specialists use the most advanced technology for faster, better results, so elite and everyday athletes can compete like champions once again. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Your health deserves a partner.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Looking for a tax service you can trust? Look no further than Honest Abe's Business and Tax Service. They have a team of experienced professionals dedicated to providing top quality service and accurate returns. Don't stress, pay less. Honest Abe's Business and Tax Service, 259 Claremont Avenue in Tamaqua.
Hello, I'm WYLN historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns. Path Through History coming soon on WYLN, we're your local network.
Struggling to get a good night's sleep? Then look no further. Grand Central is here to help. Grand Central Sealy experts will set you straight. When you buy your mattress at Grand Central, you can expect free delivery and setup, free removal of the old unit, and interest-free financing for up to 60 months. And of course, Grand Central's everyday low prices. Grand Central in Hazleton, helping you make your house a home.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the midday WYLN News update, posted between noon and 2 p.m. Powered by Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton, the all-new emergency room at Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton is nearly double the size. Our updated facility features all private rooms, the latest technology, and a quicker, easier check-in process. Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton, your partner in ER care.
Welcome to a Tuesday edition of Let's Talk Sports, brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. And today we're going to talk about the ladies on the hard floor and in the pools. But before we talk sports, we got to send out a special belated happy birthday to WYLN's own historian, Chris Fulmer. I didn't find out about it until after my segment yesterday, so we want to say happy birthday to our very own Chris Fulmer. Hope you had a great day. And let's start with the ladies on the hard one. We will say ladies as we'll begin with college action. Penn State Hazleton recently defeated Penn State Fayette 48-46. A double-double for Azaria Johnson, 12 points and 11 rebounds. And let's get to the high school girls. And we'll start with Monroe area, recently defeating Lincoln Leadership. Casey McGowan had 14 points for the Lady Golden Bears. And we move on to the Lady Cougars of Joe Gadio. At Hazleton area, they defeated Crestwood 52-46. Alexis Reimel had 15. Kayla Lagoe, she had 10. For Crestwood, a career-high 18 points for Kira Doherty in a losing effort. And then Hazleton area would then defeat the Lady Wolfpack of Wilkes-Barre area 47-41. Alexis Reimold had another big night, 16 points to lead the Lady Cougars. Sophia Schultz, she finished with 13. And Crestwood recently defeated Berwick. Cadence Hiller, she finished with 16 for the Lady Comets. Let's go to the Lady Blue Devils of Shenandoah Valley, recently defeating Weatherly 35-32. Maddie Wasser, she had 13. Ava Menjivar, she had 12. Bethany Hauser for the Lady Wreckers, she finished with a game-high 15 points. And the Lady Blue Devils made it 2 in a row, defeating Schuylkill Haven by a score of 40-33. Ava Menjivar, she finished with 19 points. Maddie Wasser, she had 14. Let's head to the pools, jump in there with the ladies, and that's not literally, because if I jumped in the pool, I'd probably sink like a rock. So let's start with Mono area, recently defeating Tamaqua. Abby Dudish, Tabatha Ward, each with 2 individual victories and helped combine to get 2 relay victories for the Lady Golden Bears. And those Lady Cougars of Hazleton area, they defeated Pittston area. Amelia Alcantara, Milana Dayut, Shaston Tahansky, all had 2 individual victories and helped combine to get 3 relay victories to help get the Lady Cougars the victory in the pools. This has been a victorious Tuesday edition of Let's Talk Sports. We'll see you tomorrow where we'll focus on the high school boys, and that's coming on a hump day edition of Let's Talk Sports. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And as always, brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Attention, WYLN viewers. WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazleton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN. We're your local network.
Getting to the finish line starts with Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, the region's leader in sports medicine. Our specialists use the most advanced technology for faster, better results, so elite and everyday athletes can compete like champions once again. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Your health deserves a partner.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the midday WYLN News update, posted between noon and 2 p.m. Powered by Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton, the all-new emergency room at Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton is nearly double the size. Our updated facility features all private rooms, the latest technology, and a quicker, easier check-in process. Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton, your partner in ER care.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Trooper Talk Tuesday. I'm Trooper Anthony Petrowski, Pennsylvania State Police Trooper and Public Information Officer. And today, I'm going to talk a little bit about becoming a Pennsylvania State Police Trooper. Get that question a lot when I'm out at schools, when I'm just out and about in the community. People say, how do I become a trooper? And there's a lot of requirements. So number one, you have to have a high school education. Number two, you have to have either 60 college credits, which is 2 years of college, or 4 years active military. That will waive the 60 college credits. So if you meet those requirements, you could then sign up and take the test for free. The test is a general knowledge test. If you do well enough, you will then be invited to do what's called an oral interview. You will sit down at a table in front of 3 troopers. They will give you some scenario questions. You'll have to answer to the best of your ability. After that, you have a physical fitness test. We have strict requirements to get into the state police as far as physical fitness, because you have to be in very good shape to be able to go through our state police academy and to be a state trooper. After that, you have a background investigation, a polygraph investigation, which is a lie detector test. And the reason why the state police does that is because we want to make sure that we are getting the best candidate we can to represent this department and wear this uniform. We want to make sure that applicants are telling the truth about their background investigation and not lying at all. After that, you have a psychological examination, and then your appointment to the State Police Academy. So the process from start to finish to get into the academy is about 1.5 years. And then if you make it to the academy, that's a 6-month period in the Pennsylvania State Police Academy in Hershey. You will stay there. You could go home every other weekend as long as you pass all of your requirements. And if you pass all of your tests, written tests, your physical fitness standards, your weapon qualification standards, and you meet the criteria, you will graduate and attain the rank of a trooper. You will then get 10 days off, and they are well-needed days off, and then you will start your job assignment. Now, you get to pick 3 troops in the state where you want to go, and then Human Resources decides where you're needed, and that is where you go. And if you get assigned to a specific troop, you are now there. You're there for at least 3 years, and then you could transfer out. And once you become a state trooper, you get assigned to the patrol unit. Patrol is driving around in the marked police vehicles, answering the radio, responding to calls, making traffic stops to ensure the roads are safe. It's a lot in patrol. You're doing a lot of criminal investigations, a lot of traffic crashes. It's being a police officer at its best, being a patrol trooper in the Pennsylvania State Police. Your days are very busy. You're going from one call to the next. You're trying to balance your paperwork and going to calls. But I can assure you this, it is a great career. I'm honored to wear this uniform. I'm honored to be a Pennsylvania State Police Trooper, and we're always looking for more. If you have any questions regarding the requirements or joining the ranks, you could go to patrooper.com. There's videos on there of what our academy is like. There's questions. It gives you our starting salary. Any questions you have in relation to a job with the Pennsylvania State Police is on that website. Check it out, and be sure to check us out here on Trooper Talk Tuesday.
And that's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page, YouTube page, or at WYLNTV.com. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next, right here on WYLN TV.
You're watching WYLN TV 35,